board for Vox Grata Women's Choir. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to the concert. As you can tell from our program, our concert is called Our Sacred Earth. And we are going to hear all about Mother Earth and the importance of caring for her tonight. You'll see it's divided into 3 sections. The first one, we are singing about the earth in all her splendor. And then we're telling you a little bit about how Mother Earth could use our help. She's a little tired. And then there's a call to action at the end. And in the words of Edward Everett Hale, I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I feel like that's almost the motto for our choir, for this organization, because in the spirit of we can do everything, Vox Grata is unique in that we always like to feature a group, a nonprofit group that is doing something to care for the women and children in our area. And tonight, we are really pleased to partner with Bell Garden, which is a hybrid school and community garden that offers garden-based service, education, volunteerism, and food distribution to those in need. And of course, this is rather timely because, as you all know, we just had Earth Day. Donations will be collected at the sanctuary doors after the concert. And also, I have all these wonderful visual aids here. You have a QR code in your program that goes to Bell Garden. And if you are on live stream, you'll see there's a donation button right there. You'll hear more from Bell Garden later in the program. So for over a decade, Vox Grata has been dedicated to giving women voice through song. And we are so grateful for all of you that have been our supporters and continue to support us. You are the ones that make this program possible. As you know, we don't charge admission, so we really appreciate you supporting us. If you are a friend already of us, I thank you very much. We thank you very much. And there is a donor card. Once again, I'm going to go to my visual aids here in the envelope in your program. And you can fill this out, put it back in the envelope, or you notice that there's a nifty QR code here as well. We thank you very much. I also wanted to tell you, last November, I issued you all a challenge to move up in your tier of giving, and you all responded. And I really appreciate that on behalf of this organization. And I want to ask you just to consider doing that again for this concert season, as I am pledging to do myself. Let's see. All right, last best thoughts for y'all before we get started. I have the privilege of giving you a little preview of coming attractions for a very exciting concert season next year. So in the fall of '24, we are going to sing a suffrage concert program that honors Tennessee's role in women's voting rights. Woo-hoo. And then in the spring of 2025, we will be singing a world premiere of a commissioned work for women's choir and orchestra focused on a timely and very evocative and important topic. And that's all I'm going to say, but you can tell that it's going to be really important and significant and meaningful in all seriousness. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you really enjoy the concert as much as this group enjoys singing it for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hattie DeWalt. I too am proud to sit as a board member for Vox Grata. It's a uniquely delightful experience for me tonight. When I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, I went to Bellevue. I had no idea what this city was about, so I had 3 things I told the realtor about. 5 minutes from an interstate, 5 minutes from Kroger's. They had priorities, and 5 minutes from a shopping environment. That's all I cared about. Little did I know I was 5 minutes away from a miracle. In 2012, Metro Nashville Public Schools decided to provide land behind the Bellevue Middle School for a learning lab, trying to get children interested in the things that they need to know about in science isn't easy. So this opportunity was incredibly important. Since that point in time, it's grown exponentially. That learning lab now touches universities, every public and private school in the surrounding area of Bellevue and Nashville. And it takes on additional responsibility to feed the people around them, to provide environments where all people are equal, where all people can participate. And the person behind so much of this, the creative mind, the lady that's always in the garden, the lady that's always in the dirt, the lady that puts up with my cockamamie ideas, is here tonight. Her name is Missy Hamilton. She has her own story to tell you, and I'm so pleased that Bell Garden, represented by Missy Hamilton, is the choice of the beneficiary committee to be honored tonight as the beneficiary. Missy?
So this worries me because the joke at the garden is that you can literally hear me front to back. Can everyone hear me? So this isn't, this terrifies me. You want me to? Okay, sorry, comedy show over. So, I'll try. My name is Missy Hamilton. As Hattie said, I am the Director of Gardens and Programs. We are in our 12th year at Bell Garden. I have been there for 8. So what is Bell Garden? What do we do? We are Nashville's largest hybrid school and community garden. And I say that because back in 2020, we were all uncomfortable, weren't we? So one of the things that we did was to sustain our school and to sustain the garden, we opened it up, and hence the hybrid, because we are all 100% volunteer-led. We actually have some of our wonderful volunteers in the back. And our mission, of course, number 1 is to educate and serve. So for example, this year, our goal from the service perspective is to grow and donate over 4,000 pounds of produce, primarily to the Bellevue Food Bank. But we also donate our produce to a myriad nonprofits and food banks in the area. The second piece of it, and where I really, what I truly love about our mission, is education. So as a Director of Gardens and Programs, my first role is to make sure that everything that we grow year-round is something healthy, good, organic, and nutritious for our beneficiaries. The second part, though, what I love, is the teaching aspect. So I work with all the gardeners of all abilities. I specifically say that I don't like to work with adults, but you can all come out and we'll be friends. It's okay. But I prefer generally working with, some of you may be familiar with Friends Life, and again, our middle schoolers and our high schoolers with disabilities. So that part of service is making sure that we have garden-based learning programs to really get people out and just learn all the wonderful skills, but it keeps going. The The other piece of our education is we offer classes, classes, classes. So for the people that say, oh, I don't know how to grow anything, or oh, I've never canned, I don't understand, that is our mission. So part of conserving and our conservation mission, it's great if we're the only ones that are doing it, but is bringing in all types of people from all environments with all skill sets to teach them. For example, did you know that soil is a living thing and it is a non-renewable resource? It sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? But all the soil that you have on this planet is all you're going to get. Your lesson for the day is soil is a living thing, dirt is what's on your shoe. So yeah, that's my favorite. So conservation is part of our spiritual mission. Regardless of what your background is, it is imperative that we all work together to preserve and teach forward. Hence, the gardening programs for people of all ages and all abilities in the teaching. We have almost, we're working on 52 garden beds. We have wheelchair beds, we have accessibility beds. We are all grant and donation run. So we have had wonderful, wonderful donations from Predators, we are huge supporters, and our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful donors. Again, I cannot stress enough how important and what an amazing opportunity this is for us. In addition to our education and our donation, we also have a wonderful, cute little farm stand. So I do encourage you all to come out sometime and see us on a Saturday, which always got to hustle for volunteer hours. We have our volunteer times every Saturday from 9 until 12. I will look for all of you out there. And groups. We love not only our students, we love our service groups. So no matter where you work, no matter where you worship, no matter what you do all day, we have a fit for you. We love it, all ages. We even have tiny little gardens for your tiny little children. But the most important thing in our mission is to build community. I know that, again, I've been there for 8 years out of the 12 years, and had it not been for this place for all of us to go, work together, I don't know. I'm a Nashville native. I've lived in Bellevue all of my life, a little bit. And I remember going, I cannot wait to blow this popsicle stand, right? And all my children went through schools in Bellevue, all the things. But it's that community building. And that is why you are all so important to our mission. It's service, it's education, and it's community building. And I'm so grateful for being a part of your wonderful community this evening. And again, I appreciate you all for this lovely music and for all of the support and for being chosen. Thank you so much.
really ugly truth about all of this. We can talk until we're blue in the face about how beautiful things are, and the flowers, and the bees, and the trees. But what are you doing to make sure that the next generation can have this planet? You will hear later in the concert, I am only one, but I am one. And so, with this piece, which we will do a little bit of explanation about because it's weird. But as you're listening to the weirdness of this piece and the discomfort of this piece, I want you to sit a little bit in this discomfort. And then from that discomfort, I want you to think about an action. Think about one more thing that you can do personally, just to be a little better to our planet. Are you maybe going to take a cloth napkin with you to work every day when you pack your lunch? Are you going to take real silverware and just wash it every night instead of throwing something plastic into the trash? How about composting? You might say, oh, but I can't compost, I don't have time. I don't have time either. All of the Nashville convenience centers have a place that you can take your compost to. If you don't want to do that, you can call Compost Nashville, and they will come pick it up at your doorstep for $35. And they have literally they have kept like millions of pounds of food waste out of our trash. There are things we can do, no matter how busy you are, no matter where you live, no matter what's going on in your life. But you do have to think about it, and think about how much you want to take care of this planet, and find just one more thing to do as you listen to the weirdness of this next piece. So we're going to explain this. We want to give you some things to listen for in this piece because it's strange. So first of all, the piece itself is Kasar Ye Lagai. It's from an African language, Hausa, and all it keeps saying the entire time is, the earth is tired. The earth is tired. It's a lament for the state of the planet, and it's a call to action. So let me give you some things to listen for, because we hear the deterioration as we go through all of this. So first, we're going to start slow. You're going to hear this melody repeatedly. But it's more driven. And there's this strange undercurrent from, well, who else? sopranos, but the altos. The next section is going to move into, it's no longer in 4. It's going to be in 7. 7 is a very unstable meter. You can't really tap your foot to it. I mean, you can, but then you kind of go like this every couple of beats. It's very lopsided. It's the slow tempo that you heard in the very beginning, except the melody is just gone and everything is really compressed. It's still in 7, but now it's a fast 7. You're going to hear that text that you've heard so nicely in a line fragmented. You're hearing people saying kasar all over the place. The text is fragmented. When you do something in 7 and it's not abundantly slow, you group things. You get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sometimes it's grouped like that. Sometimes it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It changes without warning. Sometimes the sopranos are feeling the grouping one way. Sometimes the altos are feeling it a different way. So at this point, we are careening out of control. It is unpredictable. Things are getting wild. 64. Return to 4, but at this point, everyone is doing their own thing. So what started out in this nice lockstep stability in the beginning, we are now in lockstep toward chaos. We have careened out of control. It is past the point of no return. And we will save the end as a surprise, but we end on a chord that just it's a total tone cluster. So it goes from just this nice, easy beginning to where we may be heading.